George Carlin. And George Carlin. I used to be this guy, or maybe this guy used to be me. I don't know. We were each other at one time. It wasn't long ago. I liked him, you know. He was really good. He was funny, and I had a lot of fun with him. He did some nice things for me, but it was like there was nothing behind him, you know. He was kind of just superficial, just the surface. It was all characters. I wasn't in there. I found out I wasn't in my own act after a while, and here I'd been doing it for 5 years. It was all characters. It was all other people that I remembered from my life, and composites of people. People like this lady here, Congolia Breckenridge, a marvelous contestant on a quiz show. Pick a door. Oh, let me see. Monty. Oh, how many? What are the doors? 1, 2, and 3. Oh, wow. What was that again? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3. Wait, 1. No, hold on. I didn't go yet. She was confused me, too. Al Sleet, the hippy-dippy weatherman, was another one of the guys that this cat was. Hey, what's happening? Que pasa? Tonight's forecast, dark. Continue dark tonight, turning to partly light in the morning. And then, of course, the other fellow who worked at that station, one of the big announcer guys, one of the guys on the tunes with the big sounds and the big smile for you. 5 minutes past the big hour, ping bongo, 5 o'clock. And many of the more sounds coming your way. We'll be playing Lucky License in just about 15 minutes. One of the big sounds coming up now for the big W when the number 5. He gave away a lot of things, including his soul. Who else was it? Well, it was this guy here. This here is your old-fashioned guy from my neighborhood. These are your older Irish Americans, your second-generation guys from the Upper West Side. A lot of you guys talk like this. Sure, you know. Yeah, you recognize that? I used to have a partner before this guy. Jack Burns was my partner, and we both recognized that gentleman. He was from Boston as well as from New York. Who else was there? Well, there was the younger guys. The younger Irish guys talk like that, but I got tired of characters, at least the ones I was doing, and I discovered a much better character, for me anyway, myself.
Tonight, Monsanto presents one of the great humorists of our time, George Carlin, with guest stars Chris Christopherson, Rita Coolidge, B.B. King, and his orchestra. From the bitter end in Greenwich Village, New York, George Carlin.
Thank you. Thanks very much. How are you? Okay? You loose? Yeah, be loose, you know. TV cameras don't mean anything. Just goof around, you know? Yeah, because you're in this, really. You don't have a lot of lines, but, you know, you're part of it. Originally, this job was called Fool. That was the old name. Of course, they were using the real thing then. They had guys who spent a lot of time in closets were in the business then. What happened was, I imagine some other act was late at the castle one night, and they were in a pinch, and put the fool out there, throw him on. Hey, he's good. Can we do another 20 minutes? Well, they had various kinds. They had fools and jesters and buffoons, and some of them were smart guys, I guess. As it says on their tombstones. Their philosophers didn't care for them. But anyway, people ask you how you get this job, quite often. The fool portion of it is hereditary. The rest of it is environmental. You pick up things. If you know you're funny when you're a kid, like Class Clown, I always used to talk about Class Clown, and it's a good place to get your chops together. But it's easy. It's really, it's a cop-out because no one's allowed to laugh in school. And that's the easiest place to get a laugh is when they're trying to hold it back. You know, suppressed laughter in church, right? Being funny on the corner was another part of it. That was harder because everyone was competing for the floor. See, being an ear freak, and being a class clown, you become a mimic, so that makes you like an ear nut because you want to hear everything you can and imitate those sounds. Puerto Rican, when that first occurred in the early 50s, the late 40s, when the Puerto Rican influx began in New York, I started here. And I didn't know what it was, and I'm not doing it now, as you know, but it's just a sound. It's the music that I dug, man. It was the overall. I know what it was, really, that I dug. It was the Latin in there, see, because I was a kind of a quasi-closet Catholic still, and I could hear that in the Latin American, right? That sound. Everywhere crazy moves. And Puerto Rican was great because, well, I would like, if you could hear 4 conversations at once, it was really a gas, especially if they were all in different pitches and registers. And they have their announcers too, just like Willie West and the big guys who sound like that. I always wait till the end of the commercial. Amsterdam Avenue. That's only know. I used to listen to Puerto Rican baseball games, that is the Yankee games in Puerto Rican, because the music of the language, I didn't understand all of it. I could understand uno, dos, tres, and that's all you need for baseball, really, so you know the count, dos y dos, 2 and 2, cool. And you just listen for the emotion in the announcer's voice, and you know what's happening. Hey, Pepsi Cola. That stuck that away in my ear. Italian voices were different now. Italian guys, we didn't have Italian guys in my neighborhood. We had to go, when I went to school downtown, when I first ran into Italian guys, street guys. Hey! Hey, sorry about the audio. Hey! Hey! Money was measured in bananas and clams. Hey, you got 3 clams. Cost 4 bananas. You get into the dance. I got 1 bean. You got 3 clams. A change of a clam. Yeah. Good earth to you. I never heard many Jewish voices except from behind as I was running out of the candy store with $30 worth of merchandise. You're a fancy pants gangster! When you hang around a stoop, when you hang around a corner, this was the way the guys in my neighborhood talked. This here was your 3rd generation Irish voice. All the cops in New York have this voice, right? You heard the voice. Come on, Johnny, move along here. Come on. Let's go. Where you going, Johnny? Hey, Johnny, come here. They call everyone Johnny. Notice that? Never Buddy or Mac or Hey, Mac. Hey, Johnny, come on. Even your mother, right? I'm his mother. Never mind, Johnny. Get off the corner here. Policemen have special phrases in New York City for special events. If a guy, for instance, has a heart attack or something. Okay, come on. The show's over. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Johnny. Move it. Move it. Move it. It's been there. I see you've been asked to move along once or twice, haven't you? Yeah, they have another thing, the New York police, or all policemen, it seems, but I noticed it mostly in New York. When a policeman's on television describing an arrest that he was involved in, they have a special lingo so that they don't prejudice the case for the attorney, I guess, the city attorney. It's like, my partner and I, Patrolman Ryan, responded to a call. We observed the accusee, we surveilled him, and we apprehended the perpetrator as he emerged from an edifice. We got him on a 505. What's a 505? That was the number on the edifice he come out of.
From Columbia University, George Carlin.
First of all, hello, how are you? I wanted to tell you that we're here because I'm from here. It's not like we said, hey, this will be a nice spot for our little thing. But I grew up here, really, in the neighborhood and on the campus. It was different. Used to go to St. Paul's Chapel and go up in the balcony where you can unscrew the light bulbs, and each guy would get 3 light bulbs while the man was practicing organ, and you throw them up high so they don't hit. Boom, 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 and then you run. Ringing the bell was fun. We often got 20 or 30 people, and we were the street kids. We were the neighborhood vandals. Every now and then the headline of the Columbia Spectator would say, street kids beat up freshmen, steal beanie. Anyway, the big difference between singers and songwriters of today and those of a few years ago, when I was busy vandalizing this university, is that today the singers and songwriters are quite often the same person, and the songs are more than just entertainment, they're personal statements. And with that in mind, let me introduce and say that it's a pleasure to introduce one of the more important of those singer-songwriters, Kris Kristofferson.
Buddy, tip your body. Pay attention, I want to ask questions later. Climb aboard the bus. Join your brothers in the band. If you ain't bombed in Birmingham, then you ain't one of us. We don't really give a damn. London is 100 miles away from where we're at, and 1,000 years behind. Splitting from a sorry gig that left us feeling flat, out of sight and out of mind. Cruising through the countryside we'll never see again. Ain't it lonesome out tonight? We've been on this road now since I can't remember when. Out of mind and out of sight. Buddy, tip your bottle back and climb aboard the bus. Join your brothers in the band. If you ain't bombed in Birmingham, then you ain't one of us. We don't really give a damn. We're laughing everywhere and nice and everything there, but I never saw the light. I'm scared to death of dying, so I do my best to live out of mind and out of sight. And no one is gonna miss us when we're gone. Let's keep it drinking till we're blind. Everybody's sleeping and I'm stuck inside a song, out of sight and out of line. Someday when it's over and it's time to settle down, and we've left it all behind, we can sit and wonder how we ever got around, out of sight and out of mind, out of sight and out of mind. I want to call on some help from my better half, Rita Coolidge. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, heading for the train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before it rained. Took us all away to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Take the ribbon from your hair. Shake it loose, let it fall. Laying soft against my skin, like the shadows on the wall.
Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night.
Why me, Lord? What have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you, or the kindness you've shown? Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I've needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Try me, Lord, if you think there's a way I can try to repay all I've taken from you. Maybe, Lord, I can show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I've needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Jesus, my soul's in your hands.
Thank you, Rita and Chris. It was very helpful to be a funny guy in this neighborhood. I lived on 121st, but I hung around 124th, around LaSalle, 123rd. And it was very helpful if you lived there to be either funny or fast. I'm happy to say I was fast. I didn't like fighting. I've never cared for the crunching of teeth, either my own or at the end of my arm. And so I would run. And if they caught me, I'd go, "Ooh." Guys would leave you alone, you know.
You can't punch a guy like that. It's bad luck, man.
It was a good time. And this was a groovy neighborhood where there were a lot of cross currents and a lot of things to pick up on. The influence of Columbia University and Juilliard and the two seminaries and Riverside Church and Grant's Tomb, which had an influence, were unnoticeable at the time, but looking back, I can see and feel a lot of it. The other influence was being next to Harlem. We called it Black Harlem because we referred to our neighborhood here as White Harlem because that sounded bad. If you were downtown and somebody says, "What neighborhood you from?" "White Harlem." You know he steps back 2 feet. People who live in the middle of segregated areas, they keep a lot of stuff in their heart, and they don't really have a relationship with the outside. The people that live on the border, where we were lucky enough to live, are forced to mix and learn and assimilate and give and so forth. You cannot fight 7 days a week. We learned that first. Can't be throwing stuff across the street because sooner or later you're going to have to cross the street. And so the people on the border pick up a lot of the other culture. And the black culture is very attractive, black street culture, attractive to a young Irish dude who is out on the street and trying to get his number together. Here's how it happens. It happens oddly enough and ironically enough that the least free people are the freest to be free about whatever it is they have left. And that includes their song, their style, their speech, their dress, and their interpersonal relationships, their attitudes on sex. They are free to be free and loose, and that is attractive. Let me put it this way. If you put 5 white guys with 5 black guys from my neighborhood, just young dudes, teenage kids, 5 black and 5 white, let them hang out together for a whole month. At the end of that month, you'll notice that the white guys have started to stand and walk and talk like the black guys. You'll never see the black guys saying, "Oh, golly, we won the game today. Big game." They don't do it. But you'll see red-headed guys with freckles named McDuffie say, hey, what's up? Nothing happening nice. You got it. Okay, later. See you soon, man. Here's a conversation between an Irish mother and her son. Where do you think you're going now? Son, I said out, man. I want to show you one sort of last thing, which I kind of forgot in the middle. It has to do with this. This is such a memory trip to sit at one of these. I mean, while you're still doing it as young adults, it isn't. But after you've been away from one of these for a long time, things flood back. Book you. You always picture book you written on there. Does that connect? Okay. I just want to show you something here. Oh, this was about when you'd really be bored in school. During one of those periods when everyone knew the answers, it was an oral quiz, and everyone was jumping up. Everyone had their hand in the air. Hey, sister, hey, sister. Hey, sister. When I'd be bored, I'd raise my hand like this. You know that anybody who raises his hand like that definitely will cross his leg like this. If you heard one of the albums, you know that I once made a list of the 7 words you can never say on television. But there are 7 words that you must say on television from time to time, and that's what I have to do now. We'll be right back after station identification.
From Grant's tomb, George Carlin.
First of all, I wanted to tell you why we're here at this particular spot. We didn't just think it was cute, like who goes to a tomb for comedy, right? But the reason we're here is because I grew up in this neighborhood, and I used to roller skate here, used to ride the bike down Riverside Drive. We played baseball and lit brush fires. They seemed like forest fires at the time. Went sleigh riding down there, and the object was to stop your sled before it went across the West Side Highway. Crossing the West Side Highway on foot was really exciting. Even when there wasn't as much traffic as now, there was still plenty, and you had to race across to get down there to swim nude in the Hudson River, which sounds like a very daring thing. It was, in fact. Most of us feel that there was never any polio in our neighborhood because we were all immunized by the river. Just by swimming once, you couldn't catch anything. You had antibodies for everything going. This was the neighborhood where it happened for me. That's the reason we're here. And one of the things that kind of ties in, this neighborhood, as I'll tell you when I'm kind of rapping about it a little bit later, the neighborhood is very mixed. There's a lot of college and seminary and international student activity. It's a very academic neighborhood. At the same time, we're right next to the Spanish and the black ghetto, Harlem, and the lower middle class Irish neighborhood where I grew up. So we were very influenced by each other, and especially black music. I've been black since I was 14. I would look at it that way. Not everybody agrees. Certain times blacker than others, but it was because I got into the music and the feeling real early, and it was all hallway singing. It was all wee. It was hitting some riffs and doing those quartet numbers. But there was another kind of black music going on at that time. It was a more raw form of the blues. It had a country influence, and there was a Chicago feeling to it, too. And I would just like to introduce a guy who's been playing since then and playing better than ever, finally getting the right kind of attention for all the dues. B.B. King. May I introduce him to you? B.B.
It's you I hate to lose. You see die for hate. Some people die because they don't have no mate. But all I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. You know, I like to talk about the word love. Sometimes people say I talk too much, and most times they're right. But I believe if we could spread the word love all the way around the world, we would never have to worry about wars or anything of that sort, because everybody would be too much in love to want to hurt anybody. I also believe if we could spread the word love a little bit more here at home, it would be wonderful too. But we need everybody to help spread that word love around. In fact, togetherness is where it's at. We're gonna sing it again, and if you feel like it, join in with us. Let me see how closely you are together by the beat of your hands, if you will, please, with me. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's all right. That's togetherness. We're gonna sing it again, and if you feel like it, join in with me. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. Little love. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. All I want, just a little bit of love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks not only for the song, Beatty, but for being here at all. You know, it's a pleasure, and really a special pleasure to have you on
Man,
this
I want to thank you, the band and I. We really thank you. We like to be seen, too. Thank you.
Far out. I told you before that I'm from this neighborhood, and I used to get over and see you at the Apollo, you, Jimmy Reed, Buddy Johnson, whoever I might be into, and it's nice, you know, after all that time, everything's coming together, and here we are.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to run away and get my stuff together, and you're going to do another for us,
Yes,
aren't
I
you?
am. Yes, I am.
I
Thank
will.
you.
Okay, I'll catch you later.
Right on, right on, right on. and your love is growing cold. I say all of your affection is gone, baby, and your love is growing cold. Oh, but I've got a new story to tell you this evening, baby. One that ain't never been told. I went to work the other day, but I thought that I'd double back. And that car I saw sitting in the front of my door, it looked like a brand new Cadillac. Hey! And I ain't gotten there now, baby. I think you've been cheating on me. I believe to my soul, baby, that you're giving me some outside help that I don't think I really need. The iceman came by this morning, and you know he didn't leave no ice. The postman came by later, baby, and he didn't even ring twice. I think you're cheating on me, baby. I think you're running out on me. I believe to my soul, baby, that you're giving me some outside help that I don't think I really need. Now I want you to tell the Iceman the next time he better leave some ice. And I want you to tell the postman he better ring more than twice. And when I come home from work in the morning, it better still be some groceries on the shelf. And I want you to tell that slick insurance man that he better write some insurance on his shelf. I think you're running out on me. I believe to my soul, baby, you're giving me some help I don't really need. Hey!
From the Place des Arts Concert Hall in Montreal, Canada, George Carlin.
Thank you all. Hiya. That's silly. He was doing silly things. Silly.
Silly man.
How you doing, though, okay? I can't see you too much. We have a lot of lights. I'm out of breath. I always hold my breath when I make faces. Why do I do that? Any kind of face, I get out of breath. Often I've wanted to just come out sometime and just do physical things for as long as it would last, you know? When it started to die down, you would just do push-ups or something. Someday I'll have the courage and I'll just go ahead. Of course, you do have to act silly. This is my job. Welcome to my job, man. Everybody doesn't have an audience on their job. Reading the headlines, you'd think it might be a good idea. It's, we're all in North America. There's no line. Really. But it would be good, wouldn't it? Have three guys on the other side of your desk, make you feel good from time to time. Hey, yes, indeed. But this is my job, you know. I don't get started right away. Nobody goes to work right away. It's part of the American work ethic now. It's evolved to that. Hey, the company, the first 20 minutes belong to me. You know, but it's true, I don't start right away, and no one does. You have those first few minutes, and if you have a window in your office, forget it, you're good till coffee break time, right? And if there's a construction site across the street, and if there's one guy in your office who knows, there was always one, who understands construction, knows the terms.
Oh, yeah, they're putting on a curtain wall now, that there. That's your superstructure, you know what I mean? You got a 3/8 inch there, 3/8 inch beams. You got a beam and a strut. Every other beam, you got a strut. Every other strut, you got a beam.
Some guys know all those words. I'm intimidated by those kind of guys. Just culturally, I was never exposed to those words.
Guys know electricity. You see where you're through AC, you got your three-phase AC coming right through here. You got copper conduit. That there is copper conduit, number 3 WAG wire. It's right through. It's all recessed at your false bottom. You put in struts and beams.
I could get really good on struts or beams, you know that? If I went to the beam store or whatever you go to, I would go down the couch.
I gave him struts. Ah!
Yeah, but anyway, nice to be on the job. Originally, this job was called Fool. I've often wanted to put it down under occupation on the form.
Fool. Understand your son's a fool, Mrs. Carlin.
That's right. People want to know how you get started. They want to know how you get this job. It's largely hereditary, although my mother does not like to talk about that part. It's true, you have certain sets of genes that you get, and suddenly somebody plays the trombone in the family, you know. And my number was always goofing around, trying to get laughs. It was my way, I guess, of winning attention or approval. You use what you have, I guess. And I had a good free atmosphere for it. Always liked getting laughs. Where's my water? I'm a little dry.
Say, I'll be glad to share a little drink of water with you.
Hey! Not a swallow. Oh, a swallow, yes, that's what you're thinking of, right. Let's do a swallow. That second half is really the fun part of the swallow. First is just preparation. It's just your mouth checking out your throat really is the one that gets scared. Your mouth will do anything, and your throat knows that, and your brain is hip to it. Pour something in, the mouth goes, oh, wait. Throat says, stop everything. Let's check it. And then it says, go on, man. No bubbles. A lot of guys don't do that anymore. Well, I keep it in. I figure no one's going to steal it, you know? Yeah, being a funny guy in class and being the class clown was really relatively easy. That was the easiest part. That's more of a cop-out than anything, to be in class and to get laughs. It's a simple matter because no one's allowed to laugh in class, and that's the best kind of laughter to go after. That's suppressed laughter. You catch the somnambules and the suggestible people, the kind of people where they laugh at anything, crack right up. Hey, Ellen! They were easy. And the nice part about it was the person that laughed is the one who got in trouble, not you. You could whip a quick face on Roger and look back at the blackboard like you're interested in the work, and Roger would be leaving the room. Hey, Roger! Remember that one? Roger. You could clear the room if you were good. Definitely, man. Well, George, you're the only one left.
Hey, sister.
She would have to cut, yep. I'd be alone, make myself laugh and leave, and we close the school. Being funny on the corner was harder than school. Being funny on the corner was partly for your life, almost, you know, in a pride way. Your dignity on the corner. You had to be fast with a quip and kind of ready to get in there and throw verbs around, remember? You know how guys are. Adolescent males hanging on the stoop or hanging wherever they do. They're always in a running verbal battle, putting each other down, sounding each other. Deep sound, man. Whoa, you take that from him? Woo! Chop fights. Guys called them chop fights. Chops or slips or hang-ups. We call them slip fights where I was from. And sometimes you talk about other members of your family. There was a lot of stuff going on there. Some places had rules about that. No mothers, man, huh? No mothers. We didn't have that rule in my neighborhood. We started right in with your mother and went from there. Hey, where'd you go last night?
I was out with your mother, man.
So that was all part of it, too, you know, answering fast. It was a neighborhood that was influenced by Columbia University and by Harlem, right next to us, what we called Black Harlem, because we considered ourselves White Harlem. We assumed that name because it sounded bad. Where you from?
White Harlem.
Yeah. And I am a white guy. I talk about a white guy. I don't mean some exotic Middle European who tans easily. I mean a white guy. I am Irish, I have that burn and peel, Irish phosphorescent skin you see us glowing at the beach. So I don't try to get a tan, I try to just neutralize the blue, you know? If I can stay even with flesh tone for the whole summer, I've had a good year. And it's not easy with burn and peel skin. That kind of skin is the one where they tell you how to get a tan. You go out 7 minutes the first day, 9 minutes the second day, 11 minutes the third day, and then it's cloudy for 3 days and you lose everything, and you get drunk on the beach on Sunday and fall asleep for 8 hours in the sun. Burn and peel.
Ooh, can I peel you? No.
So I'm a white guy. Now, you can call people anything if you just, you know, if you have reasons for it in your mind, in your heart. But what a person asks to be called is important. When blacks, and if black consciousness came along and Irish consciousness, I keep thinking about Irish consciousness, being Irish, and when we're conscious, we're really out of sight. But it's tough to wake us up. No, I've had to wake up a couple of my buddies, and I've had to be awakened at times. Wake up, will you, men? We need the sawdust. Oh. But when we're conscious, we're nice. And when black consciousness emerged in the 60s, and they said, we want to be called black. Black is simple, it's pure, and it's beautiful to us, and that's it, black. Now, black used to be magic words for fighting time. You kidding? Who you calling black, man? Now, who you calling Negro, man? Because that's the insult. 10 years, the words have turned around. Words are like that, man. Words are a lot of fun. And one of my themes I come back to from time to time. I keep using them. You'll notice many of them. But they are slick words, man. They can trick you. And you can trick yourself. You know, anything for a laugh. I don't like Caucasian, frankly. I don't know, it sounds like a pair of shoes, you know? Say, let me hold the Caucasians in a 9. Got some boss corks, man. Check the corks. Sounds like a mountain range, the Caucasians.
Yes, we go to the Caucasians every year now.
It could be a group of monks making brandy or something.
Caucasian fathers.
Could be an illegal operation, right?
Well, she's had 3 Caucasians already.
There are things that change. Many words change. All kinds of feelings. But words like please, not when you were told.
What do you say?
But I mean, when you wanted to say it. Please. When you really thought it would change the outcome. When it was truly a plea. Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please, sister, don't tell my mother. Don't tell my mother. No, please, no, please, please. Please, sister. Remember trouble? Yes, he's having a lot of trouble over there. Trouble.
You're in trouble.
Trouble. Please, St. Anthony, help me find my keys. Trouble was losing your keys. Not just the first time they gave you keys was great and you lost them a week later. A little heat, but they understood and they gave you another set. And you lost them the same day. Trouble. Please, St. Anthony, help me find my keys. Please, God, oh, please, God, help me from grace. And please, God, if you see St. Anthony, tell him I need the keys. And then your mother comes in and uses one of those parental cliches.
Well, they just didn't get up and walk away, did they?
That's why I pray.
Leave me alone. Parental cliches. There are some that a lot of parents rely on.
Get down off there, you'll break your neck. You want to break your neck or something? You're going to get a broken neck. You break your neck like that. There was no other injury. They never warned you about a broken forearm, a twisted wrist, a sprain, a cut. You break your neck. The only other accident there was putting someone's eye out. Put that stick away. You want to put somebody's eye out? And those two things never happened to anyone. I was 23 before I read about a broken neck in a football game. I thought, oh, yeah, you can break your neck. Broken neck and put someone's eye out, and pneumonia. You want to catch pneumonia? Pneumonia. Pneumonia, broken neck, and someone's eye out.
Very pleasant things for you. I don't have a formal closing. Thank you for coming here tonight, and I love you. See you later.
Hey, the streetlights are coming on and it's getting dark. The park is closed and I gotta go home.
I have to leave, and I have to say thank yous, naturally, to my guests, Chris Christopherson, Rita Coolidge, and B.B. King. Thanks to you, and thanks to everybody who thought that this would be a good idea, because I know I had some fun. See you in the street. Take care now.
Okay, come on, the show's over. Let's go, come on. The show's
They call everybody Johnny for some reason. It's true. New York cops. Come on, Johnny, move along. Even your mother.
I'm his mother. Never mind, Johnny. Get off the corner.
Old people, man. Old people are just bent kids. That's all. They're just used children. By the way, names are really whatever you make them. If your name is spelled Smith, and you want to pronounce it Janowski, you can do it. How do you spell it? S-M-I-T-H. What's the name? Janowski, huh?
They're all silent. Don't worry about it.